another thing. What's up, Let's Get Trippy fam? I know y'all been missing me, but see what had happened was it was my birthday, and I know I was supposed to finish Vlogmas, but I don't know what was wrong with me thinking I was going to be able to finish Vlogmas and all the grand time I was having. Shout out to everybody who came and supported me, showed love, even told Trippy, CEO Trippy, happy birthday. I really appreciate that, y'all, from the bottom of my heart. But today, I'm back with another story time. And it's a reason why studs don't get along with studs and typically don't have studs, bro. Because these studs ain't to be trusted. I know all of us have a bad friend stud encounter. But today, I'm going to let y'all in the scoop of what happened to me back in the day with a fake stud. Now, the year was about 2009. I will never forget it. I was in Job Corps. I was young, wild, free, turned up, living my best life. I ain't finished school, right? But I was smart enough to, sign myself up for Job Corps the same year I was supposed to graduate. I always been 10 steps ahead of the game. I always had a plan A, B, C, D, E. Now, like I said, I had been to Job Corps. I went to Keystone Job Corps. If you went to any Job Corps, go ahead, drop Job Corps you went to in the comments. But that's neither here nor there. I went to Keystone Job Corps. I had been up there for about 6-7 months, doing my thing, running through them women, making my little money, doing what 19-year-olds do. Now, remind y'all, like I said, I'm 19 years old at this time. I just turned 34 December the 19th. But anyway, I'm 19 at the time. I'm young, wild, and free. I'm turned. I'm doing me. I'm lit. Now, at that Job Corps, I was at Pennsylvania. We had people from Kentucky. We had people from Philly. We had people from Pennsylvania. We had people from Delaware. We had people from DC. We had people from Baltimore. We had people from Cali. Nevertheless, we had people from all states. So I was out there, my first time being a Southeast DC city girl, and country town, me and all these new people, all these different type of energies, all these different type of personalities that I never knew before. Now, like I said, I'm out there doing my thing, doing my thug dizzle, meeting and mingling with people. Now, I go to say this, every stud ain't out to get you, but a lot of them ain't to be trusted. I say that to say this, I was already hanging with a group of people that was from the city. One was a stud girl that I'm still friends with. They've been friends over 15 years, if you get what I'm saying. It was another girl, another stud girl, another person. Let's just say it was 15 of us, and we was all from the city, and we all hung together, and we was cool. But every Tuesday, and I think this is universal to every Job Corps, let me know in the comments if I'm telling the truth. Every Tuesday, you would get a new shipment of people. It was like clockwork. Every Tuesday, we would call it Tuesday picking or whatever. I'm going to get back to that, but I'm going to jump to this. I had the option to go, to DC Job Corps, Baltimore Job Corps, Landover Job Corps. I picked Kentucky Job Corps and Keystone. I picked Keystone because I wanted to, feel a college experience. But back to that. Every Tuesday, we would get a new shipment of people. And we would call it Tuesday picking. As young teenagers, because, Job Corps go from 16 to 25 as teenagers and young adults. You just trying to see who coming in. It's something new, something exciting. You ain't trying to see the same routine every day, which we did anyway. The way it was set up in there, 1 week you would do trade, the other week you would do education. 1 week you would do trade, the other week you do education. If you already had a high school diploma or GED, you have to max out in your TABE test to not be put in academics. Otherwise, even if you had a high school diploma, you was going to be in trade 1 week, academics the next. Anyway, Tuesday pickers, people will be excited to see who will be coming because, it's a new breath of fresh air, if you get where I'm coming from. So people will go to the main dome, and then at the Job Corps I was at, that was Lincoln Dome. We would go to the main dome to see the woman. The woman would go to see the men to see who coming in and who knew that week. That was nothing new to us. Everybody did it. If you went Job Corps and you went to one, then I'm being honest. That's the type of stuff we would just do. So this particular time, I went up there or whatever. Wasn't no bras that I really wanted to talk to, but it was this cool stud and this cool boy. We gonna name the stud S. We gonna name the boy Lil S. So Big S and Lil S, right? They had a cool vibe or whatever, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, cool, down to earth. You know, I go off of spirit. I go off of energy and spirits, right? So at that time, I ain't had no ill intentions, feelings towards her. I ain't my discernment ain't go nah, watch her or nothing. So of course we all the way out. She from my job. She from the DMV too. So you know we vibe. The boy, Lord as the male was from Baltimore. So you know, and I ain't gonna lie, DC and Philly was beefing when I was in Job Corps. Baltimore and Philly was beefing when I was in Job Corps. You know how that go. That was just a long beef that DC and Philly and DC and Baltimore have. But that didn't stop Lord S for being with the clique of people that I already was hanging with because they was from the city. We would do some little recruitment type stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm taking it back all the way to Job Corps because in order to get the story, I would have to let y'all know how I met Shorty, how everything went. Now, like I said, we had a little group, a little set, a little organization. I only say that because the administration started to call us that later on in the school year, but that's another story for another time. We welcomed Big S and Lil S into our little set with open arms. Now, that's my problem. Sometimes I could be a little naive to people. I should have knew something wasn't right because my stud friend never took to her. She on energy like me too. To this day, we still cool, but you know, she never liked it. But that's another story for another time. We allowed them in the set, you know, was showing them around like a welcome committee, looking out for them, you know, giving them snacks because we would get paid every 2 weeks. And if you just got there, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard for you if you ain't got no family. You just got there, they give you $25 every 2 weeks. The most you get is like $150, but when you first get there, you be getting like $25 for like a month and a half, and that really be spanking you. So we was looking out for her, Big S and Lil S, you know, the female and the stud and the male, because you know that's the kind of heart that I got. And you're going to find that out later on in the story also. We looking out for them, you know, showing them around, showing them to the rack, to the cafeteria, to the canteen. The canteen was a store that sold real food, but it closed at a certain time, but it was on the dome. If you had real money, the ballers, people that had money, and people who family loved them was only going to the canteen. If you wasn't getting no money, you wasn't going to the canteen because you needed, or you would go on payday because the only time you go to the canteen if you had real dollars. Couldn't use no cards, couldn't use nothing. You had to have cash. Now, like I said, showing her around to the canteen. We showing her when we get our 420 products, little liquor for the low or whatever, because just like jail, Job Corps, they had everything that you did on the streets and there. But so we was showing her, you know, the ropes, where to go, what to do. Her and my other man had the same trade. Actually, they had security. Me, I had a hard trade, so I was going to be there a year plus. I already knew. I was working, doing the plumbing or whatever, but they was doing the security. Anyway, we showing her the ropes. She come through. She seemed like a cool person. I ain't going to lie. She talking to females. We talking to females. We vibing. So we going to skip forward a little bit. Now, we been chilling for a month or so. I'm thinking she cool. You know, I'm chilling with her every day, going to her dorm. She was in the dorm, LBJ. I'm in the dorm, Rosa. Keep that in mind. So I'm in the dorm, Rosa. We chilling every day, doing the 420 products every day, linking up after class, looking at the trade. We just vibing, having a whole vibe. I was always wondering my other stud, man, really wasn't taken to her, but that's neither here nor there. Wondering why they wasn't vibing, but we vibing, we chilling. Me, Big S, Lord S, a couple of us that she hanging with us, she vibing. You know, we get to know each other. At the time, she seemed like the solid motherfuckers. I wouldn't have did none of the stuff that I did. But like I said, we hanging out, we getting closer. I end up getting moved out of Rosa for getting caught in my first love room or whatever, y'all. That's why I met my first love at or whatever. But I end up getting caught in my first love room. I mean, me and my first love room was right next door to each other. We had been doing this for months, so I thought the RAs wasn't hip, but they was hip. But they wasn't gonna catch on, but they end up dead. That's another story for another time. I mean, like, our rooms was so close. Her room was full. My room was 405. Hers was 407. But anyway, end up getting kicked out of Rose and get sent to LBJ to the dorm she in. Now, we hanging tight, hanging tough. You know, by the time I got sent to LBJ, it was almost time for me, you know, to leave Job Corps, whatever. So by the time I get sent to LBJ, it's almost time for me to leave Job Corps and stuff. We still hanging tight, thick as thieves, because I wouldn't have did the stuff that I did. She talking to the girl that she talking to. I ain't gonna say her name. And I'm talking to the girl I'm talking to, my first love or whatever. So long story short, I end up graduating Job Corps and leaving. Now, I'm going to have to make a part 2, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to tune in for part 2. I promise y'all I'm going to record it now so I can drop it tomorrow.